What's up guys, in today's video I'll be showing you how to improve in Brawlhalla in less than 10 minutes. Let's get into it. Firstly, you have movement in Brawlhalla. You have dashing, jumping, fast falling, chase dodging. There are so many ways to move in Brawlhalla, but learning those ways to move in Brawlhalla are very important. You need to learn to do more than just dash dance or you will not make it far, because people will catch on that you're not good at dash jumping, or simply you just never dash jump and you always just walk forward to hit somebody. People catch on to habits in Brawlhalla, and when people catch on to habits, that's when you start losing. If somebody always sees that you spot dodge, well, guess what they're going to start doing? Going for spot dodge reads. Never be predictable in Brawlhalla. And that's why sometimes not being optimal is being optimal. If people can read what you're doing, or you can read what your opponent is doing, they're going to take advantage of that. And that's very important in the game. If you see that your opponent is always jumping away or dodging in, focus only on going for those reads. And if your opponent actually learns, you see that they don't go for dodging in anymore, mixing it into the game will still never hurt, because sometimes they will still do it because it might be a bad habit they have. Because of this, starting a game off with a chase dodge in read or a spot dodge read is never bad, because people tend to do those dodges immediately because they aren't thinking. In Brawlhalla, there's a stance called dexterity, and you always want to take out of dexterity. Why? Because dexterity has such a meaningful ability to make your moves faster by 0.001 frames, where it's never actually good to use it. Besides Queen Knight, who basically needs it to get her true combo of Silent D-Light, I always recommend taking out of dexterity, because you're pretty much wasting a point if you don't. In Brawlhalla, if you lose a game, always check the replay. Brawlhalla has the ability for you to check stun time, attack hitboxes, every single thing you can think of. But what I recommend doing is slowing the game down and seeing how you hit your opponent and how they hit you. And look basically at how you're being hit. Is it always because you're missing an attack? Then work on that. Is it always because you're not following up on your dodge reads good? Then work on that. Is it always because you do the same combo? Then change up your combos. Learning habits, like I spoke on earlier. If you want to practice reacting to dodges, or just simply using dodge reads in your combos, setting a bot to random dodge or any dodge you prefer, and then setting the position and the damage is how you can practice that by going into training mode. This is an excellent way to warm up or just try new things to catch dodges, and I always recommend using it. It's never a bad idea. In Brawlhalla, there are passive players, and you can beat these players in different ways. If there's somebody that's extremely floaty, wait for them to land, because the main goal of them for when they're playing floaty is that they want to bait you into actually attacking them, you miss, and they hit you. They use all their options to stay floaty in the air, so when they land, they have nothing to defend themselves. Hit them then. If somebody isn't even approaching you at all and sitting across the stage, item throw. You'll make them either dodge or move out the way. Either way, it causes them to engage, and you're safe wherever you are because all you did is item throw. The only negative, you might be down a weapon, but at least you get them to react in some way, and that's what you want out of every player, them to react to you. For SIG spammers, simply wait until the SIG ends, and don't attack where they are, attack where the SIG is going. That way you don't get caught off guard by SIGs that have smaller cooldowns than you might actually expect. And being on this topic, just because somebody whiffs does not mean that they can actually be hit. Learning what you can punish and what you can't punish is a major key improving in Brawlhalla. There are certain moves that people do in neutral to bait you to actually attack them. For example, if someone does a Qatar Nair, they always carry the momentum with it so they can try to bait you into try to following them to hit them so they get a free hit. Just because somebody whiffs does not necessarily mean that was a bad thing. Some people whiff to bait you to attacking, and learning that sooner than later will definitely help you in improving. Pretty much any quick attack that you can carry momentum with, which means that you can move as you actually use the move. Speaking on habits again, never recover to the stage the same way. Your opponent will eventually catch on that you always come from the top. So sometimes come from the bottom. Sometimes use different options to come back. Sometimes use a SIG to get back on stage. Sometimes item throw. If you keep mixing it up, they can't predict how you're going to come back, and then you will actually have a higher chance of coming back. But at the same time, while we're talking about recovering, do not let your opponent get free recoveries. Always edge guard. If you edge guard, it causes your opponents to use options. And when they use options, they have less options to get back to the stage, which makes it easier to game somebody. In Brawlhalla, you can delay your spot dodge into a gravity cancel. Simply just hold your spot dodge for like a second or two, then gravity cancel. So you get the invincibility frames of a spot dodge, and you can actually attack at the same time. This is extremely good, but it's really hard to master. It's up to you to learn how to use this properly for counter-attacking. In Brawlhalla, there's a feature that's turned on by default called Quick Attacks Pickup. Turn that off, because what that does is when you do any quick attack around an item, it automatically picks it up, which can mess up doing certain combos like item throw combos. But when you turn it off, you have to specifically pick a button that is on controller, usually LB or RB, to pick up a weapon, compared to using your regular quick attack button to pick up a weapon. If two items are being juggled at the same time, it delays the spawn of another item. So basically, you can use this to where when somebody spawns in, you can use this to delay the item coming back anytime soon, so then they're forced to hit you to actually make the weapon come back sooner. This is called weapon starving. In Brawlhalla, there's the mental of ranked. If you lose the game, check your replay or take a break. It's fine if you lose, you will get the elo back, I promise, eventually. Not to mention, don't be scared of ranked. The only way to improve in Brawlhalla is to play Brawlhalla, and pressure makes diamonds. Simply take what you learned in this video and apply it to your ranked games, or just go hit up training mode or go spar with somebody. Those are never bad things. Remember, custom games can teach you guys a lot, and sometimes you can learn 8 billion more things in a custom lobby for an hour compared to 20 hours of ranked with no breaks. Well, overall guys, that's going to be the video. In this video, which only was 7 minutes long, I taught you what you will probably have to go through 50 videos to actually find out. But until next time guys, peace out. Hope you learned something.